Hello and welcome back to the channel. I wanted to say thanks to everyone who watches these videos and participates with commenting and offering suggestions. I really do appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. Today in this video, I'm going to share with you some of my favorite Criterions from the 1970s. I think many of us may be anticipating a Criterion FLASH sale coming up soon. Of course, I don't have any inside information on when that's going to happen or if it's going to happen, but typically it happens in October, and so I was thinking it's probably either going to be tomorrow, which would be the 17th of October, or maybe a week from now. But I do know that usually around this time I get a coupon in the mail since I'm a Criterion channel subscriber, and I did get one of those. So I'm thinking it's probably coming up pretty soon. And I wanted to share with you, like I said, some of my favorite movies from the 1970s. Now there's lots of great films from the 1970s, so this is not a comprehensive list of those, but certainly as I'm going through these, feel free to leave me a comment and let me know if you have a favorite 1970s film. I may not talk in too much detail about each of these movies, but these are just a few. If you like the 70s and you're thinking about participating in the Criterion Flash sale, these are some of my favorites. And I'm going to start with a classic which I think was out of print for a while, and again I could be wrong, so feel free to correct me at any time in the comments. But this is the Nicholas Roeg film, Don't Look Now, which is a really amazing film. I think there's a 4K of this one coming out. Again, please feel free to check on that. Like I said, I feel like this one's getting an upgrade and it's coming back from being out of print. So Don't Look Now, there's the back of that one also. And I'll hold these up for a little bit too so you can freeze and read the extra features, since I have a lot of these to show and won't be going through all of them. But I really like this movie. I love Julie Christie, Donald Sutherland. This one is also spine number 745 from the Criterion collection. I'm also going to open up these too so you can see the inside if you're thinking about it. Many of these releases, in fact, mostly all of these releases, have a great booklet or some essays on the inside that you can look at, some great artwork. Some of them have a little mini poster in them also. I really love Criterion. I love all the releases that they have. Next up is a film that I've been thinking about revisiting, and that is, I've been watching some of the extra features on the Criterion channel. This one is on the Criterion channel as well, and is Jeanne Dielman from Chantal Akerman, one of my absolute favorite film directors and people. There's the back of that also, and you can see the extra features. There's a great little extra feature here with the cinematographer who talks about how Chantal Akerman would like to set up the framing for each of the shots. And it's one of my favorite things about her films is she really takes a lot of time setting up the shot and leaving the camera where it's at and letting the actors go through the scenes with the camera in one spot. I really like that about her films, and many other things too. I may do some more detailed videos on Chantal Akerman, but this is one that I would like to revisit. This one was also, I think, voted #1 best film on the BFI list, or the BFI website. So this is also a film from 1975. It is spine number 484. We'll just open this one up also so you see the booklet on the inside there. Again, really amazing release from the Criterion collection and one of my favorites. Next up is a film that I recently saw. Criterion had a feature on 70s car films, and I noticed this one wasn't included. I don't think it's streaming on the channel right now, but it is one of also my favorites, Two Lane Blacktop. And this is spine number 414 from the Criterion collection, and there's the back of that one. So you can freeze if you like and take a look at those. Beautifully done film, basically about some street racers. James Taylor is in it, Dennis Wilson is in it, Laurie Bird is in it. You can see also that the character names are basically, they really have no names up here. James Taylor is the driver, Warren Oates is GTO, Laurie Bird is the girl, Dennis Wilson is the mechanic. But it's really an amazing 70s movie. This is from 1971, and it's one of my favorites. Next up, I did a series of videos on the films of Andrei Tarkovsky, and this is one of my favorites. I was also going off a BFI list of where to start with Tarkovsky, and I still think this is a great place to start with the films, and that would be Stalker, one of my favorites. This is from 1979. It's spine number 888 from the Criterion collection, and there's the back of that one as well. I love Tarkovsky. I love to revisit his films, and there's so much to discover in the movies. But if you'd like to check out this series of videos that I did where I talk in detail about each of these films, amazing artwork on these releases too. And there's the inside of that one. But if you're looking for a place to start with Tarkovsky, highly recommend Stalker. It's a really good place to start there. I haven't talked about this one on the channel, but it's one of my favorite movies from the 70s. It's a Mark Rydell film, Bette Midler in The Rose. And this film is from 1979. It is spine number 757 from the Criterion Collection, and there's the back of that. So you can check out the extra features on that. On the inside, beautiful booklet. And really love this film. I love music, and so it's great to see this film, and it's, again, one of my favorites from the 70s. I'm going through these a little quickly, too, because I have a few of them to show. This film is from 1975. It is a Peter Weir film called Picnic at Hanging Rock. I know there's been other releases of this movie, but I love this version of it. There's the back of that also. It is spine number 29 from the Criterion Collection. This is one of the early ones. I do like also how the Criterion Collection, maybe I haven't talked about this before, but does have the year up here as well as obviously the Criterion Collection there. And there's the inside of that one, a very haunting film from Peter Weir, one of my favorites, and again from 1975. I'm a big fan of Terrence Malick, and so this is one of Terrence Malick's films from 1973, and I love the artwork on this one too. Badlands with Martin Sheen and Sissy Spacek, and this movie is from 1973. It is spine number 651. And there's the back of that one also, with lots of extra features on these. You know, the Criterion releases always come with lots of extra features, which is one of my favorite things about the label. And so I just love exploring a film in this way. And beautiful, again, beautiful booklet on the inside. I'm a big fan of Terrence Malick films like Tree of Life and Days of Heaven, which I know is coming out again, which I'm planning to pick up hopefully during the Flash sale or maybe during the Barnes & Noble sale in November. Great film here from 1973. One of my absolute favorite films. It's an Arthur Hiller film written by Andrew Bergman, and I've been watching a lot of Columbo lately, and I love Peter Falk as an actor, and of course he worked a lot with John Cassavetes, but I just love him in this film. When I first saw this film, I didn't really like it as much. I saw it in the theater, and over the years I've really grown to love it, and that would be The In-Laws. Love this, obviously Alan Arkin, also a genius, and there's the back of that one. This film is from 1979, and it is spine number 823 from the Criterion Collection, and lots of extra features on this too, an audio commentary featuring the director Arthur Hiller, Alan Arkin, and Peter Falk. So I'm, again, such a big fan of Peter Falk. Let me know in the comments below too if you have a favorite Peter Falk movie, or if you like Columbo, because I've been thinking about maybe making some videos about Columbo and my experience watching it, because I know there's a Blu-ray set coming out from Kino Lorber. So let me know in the comments below if you have a favorite movie or maybe you like Columbo. This is also a movie that I regularly revisit. It's a Robert Altman film. I'm a big fan of Robert Altman, and it is a great snow western, McCabe and Mrs. Miller from 1971. And this is a film in the extra features. They talk about the town that was built to support this movie and all the different things that happened in it. The fact that there were some scene carpenters in the movie working on the set while they were filming, and they just left it in there. So that's a little bit of interesting information on the movie. But I love Robert Altman and would watch any film of Robert Altman's. This is, as I mentioned, from 1971. It is spine number 827. And here's the inside of that too. Really, really great film. Highly recommended. Plus we're coming up on fall, winter, obviously. So this is a great snow western to watch if you're interested in that very slow burn film. I'm a big fan of detective crime stories, and this is one of those, a Peter Yates film, The Friends of Eddie Coyle. I don't think I've talked about this on the channel, at least not too much. And there's the back of that one as well. This is spine number 475, and it is a movie from 1973. I really like this one also. And Robert Mitchum, obviously, great performance in that from 1973. And finally, coming up to the end here too, This movie, I cannot say enough great things about this movie and this director. I love Hal Ashby and all of his films, but this is one of the ones that I could watch over and over again and find new things in it as I can with all of his films. And it is Being There. Love the cover work here. Also, I'm a big fan of Peter Sellers. So you can let me know in the comments if you have a favorite Peter Sellers performance, a favorite film. But this is one of my, I think he even described this as one of his favorite films that he did. And if you know Peter Sellers' work, I think he seems to be more like himself maybe in this movie than any of the other films, or at least had a good time doing that. There's the back of that. You can see all the extra features on here. I love when they have appearances on the Dick Cavett Show, or they have interviews from the Dick Cavett Show. There's also an appearance from 1980 by actor Peter Sellers on NBC's Today Show, which I think you can perhaps find on YouTube, but there's the inside of that too. Lovely pictures of Peter Sellers, and again, spine number 864 from the Criterion Collection. Not sure if I showed the spine number on that one, from 1979. In the last couple of films, this is probably my favorite, one of my favorite 1970s trilogies, and that would be the Alan J. Pakula Paranoia Trilogy. And this film is from 1974. It's Warren Beatty in the Parallax View. And there's the back of that one also. I'm still hoping that maybe All the President's Men might come out on Criterion. That would be great to kind of complete this. This is by number 1064. So it seems like a few more of these have been coming out. Again, on the inside there too, you can see really great artwork. I love the Paranoia Trilogy, and probably one of my top 5 favorite films from the 70s, also part of the Paranoia Trilogy, and that would be Jane Fonda and Donald Sutherland in Clute. I've talked about this movie on the channel before, but it's absolutely one of my favorites. I think Jane Fonda is brilliant in this film, and it's her Oscar-winning turn in Clute. Jane Fonda reinvented herself as a new kind of movie star in this movie, bringing nervy audacity and countercultural style to the role of Bree Daniels, a call girl and aspiring actor who becomes the focal point of a missing person investigation when Detective John Clute, Donald Sutherland, turns up at the door. Fonda definitely made the film her own, which it says on the back here also. I just really, really enjoy her performance in this, and it's one of my favorite top 5, again, from the 70s. This is spine number 987. And there's the back of that also. And it's just on the inside. You can see beautiful booklet. Really, really well done. Love all the colors here also. But one of my favorite films from the 70s for sure. And those are some recommendations, maybe some 70s essentials from the Criterion Collection if you're interested in participating in the flash sale, or maybe you can wait. A lot of times the Criterion films will be discounted already on Amazon, so a lot of times they'll start to go down in price. That's another indicator that maybe there's a sale coming up. But however you decide to participate in the sale, let me know in the comments below if you have a favorite 70s movie, a favorite Criterion Collection film that I should pick up or talk about on the channel. And I'm hoping for the sale. I'm really excited about these sales. This is usually when I pick up my a few extra films. Usually during the sales is when I pick them up. So thanks so much for watching this video today. Again, I really do appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who watches these videos, leaves a comment, asks a question. It really means a lot to me. If this is your first video on the channel, please consider subscribing. That would be awesome. I sincerely hope that everyone is safe and well, and I'll talk to you soon.